Good morning, everyone. I left Hawk Mountain Shelter probably an hour ago. Leaving the shelter, it was pretty nice. It was a long downhill, but it was cold last night. It got down to about 33, and we got a little bit more rain. So most of my equipment is still wet to a certain degree. The stuff I'm wearing is just damp. But I'm going to tell you something. Putting on cold, wet shoes in the morning, getting ready to do this hike, was not a fun experience. It's not so bad now. I've hiked maybe a mile and a half. But after a good long downhill from the shelter, I hit the most difficult uphill that I've seen so far. And yeah, I was breathing hard. It kind of kicked my butt. I have to stop about every 100, 150 steps, but that's okay. As long as you keep stepping forward, you're okay. So I got to the top, and now I'm at a spot where it looks like I'm going to go downhill again. But I had to stop here because I'm going to turn this camera around here in just a second, and you're going to see, well, you can describe it for yourself. I have my own feelings about it, so hang on a second. So I came to this clearing, and this is what I find waiting for me. It's just breathtaking. I hope that you guys can see as clearly through the camera as I can with my eyes, but it's just beautiful. And yeah. This is what I came out here for. So, all right, I'll stop, and we should have some good views today. The weather's looking pretty clear. It's only going to get about 45, 46 degrees. Tonight is what I'm really worried about. It's supposed to get down in the teens, so we'll see how well I fare in that kind of weather. All right, guys, talk to you in a bit. Just cruising along. Probably have done about 2 miles so far. 2 big uphills, 1 big downhill. Just kind of walking across the ridge of one of these mountains, fairly level right now. I'm going to enjoy this while it lasts, because I know it won't last very long. Hey, I do want to take a moment. If you guys can see this, these are blowdowns. The ATC, I believe these people are volunteers, but I'm not 100%. Some of them may get paid, but these ridge runners in Georgia, I have not had to cross over or under a single blowdown so far. They have got everything cleaned up. So if any of you Georgia ATC trail ridge runners ever see this video, good job, people. Good job. The wind's blowing pretty good up here. I hope it's not making the sound quality on the video too bad. But if it is, you're just getting to enjoy a little bit of what I'm enjoying right now. My camera is fairly level right now, so this will give you an idea of what I'm about to go up. Doesn't look bad, but it's a slope. When you get to the top of one of these slopes, your legs are burning, your breath is coming fast and hard. And when you start an uphill like this, you're looking up at the top saying, when are we gonna get to the top? All right, trying to walk on these rocks and go uphill and video at the same time, not safe. So I'll stop it for a little bit. See you in a bit. This is level. That's what I'm coming up right now. And it goes all the way up to there. And if it's consistent over that little ridge, it'll keep going up. That's okay. I got to take a little break for a minute. Good place to sit. I see the mountains, a little foggy over there. Hopefully you guys get a pretty decent view. I think at the top of this particular mountain, and please don't ask me what mountain it is. I have no clue. But hopefully when we get to the top, we'll get some better views. Does it get any better than that? The answer is yes. It's going to get better than that. I want to let everybody know right now that when I get to points like this where it appears I'm at the edge of a cliff, I sort of am, but as a person that's a little bit afraid of heights, trust me when I tell you I will not be getting closer than probably 10, 12 feet to that edge. So, but yeah, 10 feet in front of me, it's straight down about 3,000 feet. So, all right, my break is over. Got to keep going up. I'm about 4.5 miles into the trail today. Not too far left to go. I only plan on doing about 8 miles, a little less than 8 miles today. That's where the next shelter is. Gooch Gap Shelter is where I'm heading. And I'm down in a little holler here. Almost falling on my butt. But I'm pretty sure that these are mountain laurel. Somebody on the videotape can tell me for sure, but I think that's what this is. And you know, it's just another level of beautiful. Mother Nature. She's an awesome woman. While I'm walking through an easier section, I'm doing a little downhill now. Not too bad, not too bad. Look at this. Can you imagine how this is going to look when it's all blooming? Oh my God. And we're going to get to see that farther up in the trail as it starts to warm up a little bit more. Spring hits. The flowers will be blooming. And it will be absolutely gorgeous. But you have a lot of time to think out here. And that's a good thing. I have a lot of things I need to think about. As my close friends know, the biggest reason I'm out on this trip, and I'm not going to get too much into it now. I may get into it later. It just depends. But I'm out here for... my number one reason is for some healing. The last 25 years of my life since I retired from the military overall have not been pleasant. But I've been able to maintain and succeed in a place where it's very difficult to succeed. But I'm not going to get into that now. What I do want to get into is something on a more positive note, which is I want to thank some people. The last 3 months, and then going back about 3 years to pre-COVID, working out at our local gym, the Carpenter Center, I have met so many awesome people, not the least of which are the people that work at the gym. From Joanne to Lisa to Angie to the new girl, Jennifer. I don't know how long you've been there, Jennifer, but to me, you're the new girl. And certainly, last but certainly not least, is Chelsea. If it wasn't for you ladies, there's absolutely no way that I would be doing this. And it's only my 3rd day into this, but what the 3 days have told me is that barring injury, I can do this. I can do this. And it is all because of the way you ladies do your job, the classes you hold, the advice you give, the friendship. I don't think you can ask for anything more out of the staff that work there. In addition to them, the people that I've met while working out, and it's been almost exclusively women that I've worked out with. They have pushed me each and every day that I've been at the gym. They've pushed me to do better, work harder, and again, if it wasn't for you folks, I wouldn't be doing this. So, I don't know the names of all the ladies that I've worked out with over the last 3 months. The first name that pops in my head is Joanne. Hi, Joanne. How you doing? There's so many others. Mary, Betty, going back a few years, my 2 Debbies. Yeah, that's a fun little section to do when you don't have your trekking poles handy. Okay. I'm not seeing a lot of white blazes here, so... Oh, there's one. Okay, I know I'm going the right direction. Sometimes these white blazes, they hide them. Of course, that one's right there. I just missed it. It was behind a tree. But, all right. Yeehaw! We got us a little creek crossing here. Now, I want you to know, last year, I watched a lot of people do this trail. But the one I watched the most, and the one I learned the most from, was a lady named Hiking Dancer. That's her channel. If you guys want to go see a strong-ass woman kick the crap out of this trail, go watch Hiking Dancer. Her trail name is Roadrunner. And I'm going to quit talking for a moment so I can rock hot and get across this creek. Hiking Dancer had she had this thing that she would do every time she crossed a creek or a river, and she would just scream out, "River crossing." So in honor of you, Roadrunner, and in thanks for all the education you gave me, yeah, river crossing. Don't be surprised if you hear me say that every now and again when I'm crossing. It kind of comes as a habit because I watched her cross so many that I kind of said it with her as they were going across these rivers. But anyways, I've got to climb here, so I'm going to turn this off for a minute. Not sure how far I have left to get to the shelter. I'm guesstimating that it's about 2 to 3 miles. Heading into another one of those green tunnels. Can you imagine what this is going to look like when all this stuff blooms? My understanding is that they have purple and pink flowers. It's okay that we're missing them now because there are plenty up ahead where we're going. And yeah. A little update on my body. So far so good. My feet get a little sore by the end of each day. But, I mean, that's to be expected. Going up these steep ascents and descents, it's hard on your feet. As my friends know, that I've had numerous surgeries on my left knee. And every now and again, I get a little oops on it, but that's normal. So far, it's holding up very well. My elbow that I've had a few surgeries on. The last one putting a cadaver hamstring in it to hold it all together. It is doing fantastic. The biggest area my body is struggling with right now is my hips, because I'm not sure how much, but I'm supporting a good percentage of the weight of the backpack on my hips. And I'm actually looking forward to getting to a place called Neal's Gap in a couple of days. They have from what I understand, some of the best experts in the country, if not the world, for backpacking and coming up with suggestions to eliminate physical issues that have to do with your equipment. One of the gentlemen I'm hiking with is carrying a pack that's almost 50 pounds. I don't know how he's doing it. But he is an Army veteran, so that says a lot for him right there. But he is looking forward to getting to Neal's Gap and getting their advice to see what he can let go of. But I think my pack weight is okay. I would like for it to be a little bit lighter, other than my winter clothing that I'll get rid of probably in about a month. That will eliminate about 4 pounds. And I'm just not sure what else I can do to eliminate weight. So I'm excited to see those folks at Neal's Gap at Mountain Outfitters and see what they can do for me. But other than the hips, I'm having a little issue with my right shoulder. It's like I'm feeling a hot spot there, and I keep adjusting my shoulder straps to move away from that spot because I don't want to get a blister there. But it's minor. It's an inconvenience. My body, I'm not gonna lie, my body's tired. This shit's hard. Right now I'm on, well, from what I've seen out here, I'm on relatively flat ground. There's a slight incline where I'm at, but most of the inclines are steep. Much steeper than a set of stairs, probably twice as steep as a set of stairs. Some areas have been even steeper than that. The downhills, I guess I expected the downhills to be easier than they are, but my mind is quickly wrapping around the fact that the downhills are as severe as the uphills. And that puts a lot of pressure on your legs, your knees, your hips. And it's tough. And it's actually slower going downhill than it is going uphill. I didn't expect that, or at least I didn't realize that it was going to happen. I know for some of you, just me walking along and filming the trail is boring. I understand. At some point, I'll get a little bit better at my video editing, and I'll be able to put some music in there. And then you can just kind of hop along the trail with me. But I haven't figured out that part yet. Getting a little steeper now. I wish they would come up with a camera that could do 3D so that folks could see what's going on here. But anyways, I'm going to stop for now, focus on the trail. I'll talk to you back in a little bit. This is how we get our water out here. Find a stream. How you doing, guys? The next shelter is about 0.2 miles away. That's a good thing, because I'm getting pretty tired. Put some of those electrolytes back into my body. So I've now got 2 full water bottles to go to the campsite. Plus, probably another liter of water in here to fill up my water bottles again if I need to, and to cook with. So I'll show you more when we get up to the shelter.